Welcome back to CLE Weekend. So the big game, it is here. And listen, I want to help make sure you are prepared for the watch party. You know, food and lifestyle blogger Shannesty Ireland is going to help us with that. So first of all, thanks for coming on. But before we get started with what you've got there, I've got to ask you, what is your favorite snack, right? Like if you're at one of these watch parties.
Ooh, I love that question. I am all about the dips, okay? I am about, because they're so easy, right? They're approachable. They're good for pretty much any kind of gathering, whether you have kids, whether you have grown-ups, whether you have people that might have already eaten dinner, or they're just not super hungry. Just having a really good solid dip, I think, is just a great snack to have, and have a variety of them as well. Keep in mind, people have different dietary needs. I really recommend, if you're having any kind of gathering for the big game, to just have little cards laid out with the ingredients in each thing. That way you're very aware that there are a lot of dietary needs out there. And also, don't be afraid to ask your guests to bring something as well. You might be really surprised, and they would bring something perhaps you didn't think of that really fits their dietary needs as well.
Yeah, and I think we got picky eaters too. I know when I make a buffalo chicken dip, I have people who are like, does that have onions in it? So it's like, yes, I love the suggestion to label things. Now in front of you, we've got some stuff. I'm seeing some beer there, and we know beer is a big deal for the big game.
It is. It kind of takes center stage, whether you like beer or not. I feel like you probably have to serve it. There's a crazy stat. Some 300 million gallons of beer will be consumed during the big game, which is a little extreme, but I mean, I kind of believe it, because people are distracted. They're watching the big game, or they're watching the commercials, or they're just enjoying time together. So this is a brand that I absolutely love, Garage Beer. It's actually made in Ohio. It's very light. It's approachable, and I think it's easy to serve for any kind of a gathering. So I love serving this beer for any kind of a gathering like the big game. And also, bonus, you can actually use it as an ingredient in perhaps your macaroni and cheese, which is what I prepared this morning. Really simple recipe. We're just gonna be making the mac and cheese as you typically would, with the macaroni noodles, have the cheddar cheese, milk, butter, but I'm also gonna be adding 2/3 of a cup of the Garage Beer in there. I promise you, you will have your guests saying, what did you do with this? Because it's spectacular. It gives it a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a flavor that you're not used to. So it really is just something wonderful that you can do that's a little bit different spin on the traditional macaroni and cheese.
And I like that, because it's a good day to kind of try things. Like you were saying, you know, it's nice to have all the different dips. I mentioned buffalo chicken dip because that's my go-to. That's what I make, and it looks like you've got that too.
Oh, it is so wonderful. And another thing that I find whenever I serve buffalo chicken dip, people are like, how spicy is it? Well, here's the beauty of it. You don't have to make it super spicy, but you could have perhaps the buffalo sauce or Tabasco or whatever it may be on the side for folks that are like, I need to crank up the heat here. It is cold. We live in Ohio. So this buffalo chicken dip was really easy. I'm just going to be using cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, paprika, the buffalo chicken, or the buffalo sauce, as well as a little bit of ranch seasoning. You can actually even make this on the crock pot. Make sure to have the cooked chicken. I use rotisserie chicken. It's so much easier.
Me too.
And I'm just gonna mix it all together. You can even add green chilies to it. Honestly, you can even top it with a little bit of bacon, or have bacon on the side. And I love serving it with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. I love the pork rinds to have in addition to the tortilla chip or the potato chip, because it's keto friendly. I know we're still at the beginning of the year, so people are still trying to watch what they're eating. A lot of people are on that keto friendly diet. They're packed with protein, and there's also collagen in pork rinds. There's a variety of different flavors. So if you're gonna be serving any kind of a dip, along with perhaps the potato chip and the tortilla chip, really consider serving the pork rinds as well.
Ooh, I like that idea. And I also love the idea of having that sauce to make it a little bit spicier. Where can we go to get some of these recipes?
So you can head over to my Instagram. It's at Shannesty Ireland. I also have a blog. It's called she'sbecomingdomestic.com. I'll have a bunch of other Super Bowl recipes on there as well. And if you want to learn more about Garage Beer or Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds, you can pick it up at Kroger there locally, or head over to their websites as well.
All right, wonderful. Shannesty, thank you so much. I love it. And you're making my mouth water. I'm like, I am ready to eat. So thank you. We'll be right back on CLE Weekend.